Your men won the Dan Huston and the women took second. What did your runners do well that day?
We were working on the men's side. We were working on packing, and I knew St. Thomas wasn't going to bring their top group, and so it was pack up, and we had a contest to see who could run the fastest last mile. And they did really well. We let a couple of unattached people go, and they started to run them down. They were getting pretty close by the end. We were catching up to them. And so that was the goal. They did that very well. We need to be able to finish fast. Championship teams are good finishers. And so that was the biggest plan on the men's side. We'll go with whatever the pace is, and it will probably be slow, and then we're going to crank up the last mile and let it rip. On the women's side, we were a little banged up this last week. We had 4 of our top 7 not running, and several others. And so people had some sore things, and we thought we could still win the meet. Grinnell's a good team, but we beat them the last 2 times. We thought we could still win the meet with even missing 4 of our top 7, and they beat us by 3 points, which is, they're a very good team, and so nothing against them. We are getting everybody back in practice this week, and so coach is smiling a lot better. Women ran really well. We had 3 freshmen in our top 5, which is really kind of both fun and disappointing that we had so many people out, but the freshmen stepped up great. So they're running great, and they're improving a ton, so that's been fun.
You run at UW Oshkosh this weekend. What teams are in the field, and what will your squad need to do to be successful?
They host the national championships in November, and so this is their big invitational. It is a monster. Hardest meet that we have run in even with the 50 teams at Augustana. This one's way tougher. I can't remember, I didn't count the number of national ranked teams, but there's 10 to 15 nationally ranked teams on both sides, probably 10 or 12, both men's and women's side. Our men are ranked, I don't know what the ranking will be this week, but we were ranked 22nd last week. We'll probably stay about the same. We stayed 2nd in the region this week. So it will be really interesting. It will be really hardcore. It will be a big field, 40-some teams. So a big field, better teams than at Augustana. More, University of Illinois and some Division II teams, but more high-quality teams. What will we have to do? We'll have to run not intimidated. Last year we went into that race, and I'll remind them, we kind of went into that race and we just kind of ran like, oh, we don't belong here. I don't think we're going to have that trouble because this is even though it's essentially the same team, they've learned and they've grown and they belong. They know they belong there. So that's the whole thing, is kind of our men just say, hey, how good are you? Do you deserve a 22nd ranked? And it should be fun because I think we can run with, I think Wabash is ranked 11th and Calvin's ranked up there. There's several teams, Oshkosh ranked up there. I think we match up really well with those guys. We haven't seen them yet, but looking at their stats and ours, so it'll be fun to take a shot at. There are numerous teams ranked just behind us that are looking at us and saying, okay, we're gonna knock them off. So that will be fun. Women aren't ranked, but we're a good solid team. We got a good shot at being a national meet. And so this will be a really good, let's get everybody back in. And I think as it sits right now, we're looking at, I have almost all the people that were sitting out last week. 1 or 2 might not run, but our top 4, 4 of our top 7, they'll all be back in racing. I'm not sure how sharp they'll be, but they will race well. Usually a couple, Beth Mallon looks like she's ready to race, and this will be her first race of the year. So how sharp they'll be, we'll find out. But they'll get in, they'll compete. We got to get in, and we got to run tough in traffic. It'll be a fun meet to kind of see if we're as good as I think we are.
You also competed in the Twin Cities Marathon. Congratulations on your finish.
Thank you.
How did you set that as your goal, and what do you think about your performance?
Okay. I turned 60 on October 3rd, and I'm not going in shy, so I'm diving in. So the Twin Cities Marathon is October 4th. So, and I'm from the Minneapolis area there, and so my sisters are up there and their families. So I said, okay, birthday party is at the end of the finish, after the finish of the Twin Cities Marathon, and so that was the whole thing, and they did a wonderful job. And we had a bunch of alums up there. I sent out, alums come by, and we had a number of alums and their families, and so we had a big spread thousands and thousands of people at the finish line. We had this big table, spread cakes and cupcakes. We had little girls coming up asking for cupcakes. So we had probably 30, 40, 50 people there that were Wartburg people. So it was just really a fun birthday. I actually ran pretty good. I had a bad hamstring and it was a mess coming in. I ran practically nothing the last month because my hamstring is so bad. But one of the things I challenge the team with, and they do so well with, is when they are injured to get in and cross-train. And this team, they're inspirational, the amount of cross-training that they do when they can't run. And I know how boring that is because when I do it, I get bored. And I just told them flat out, I said, you guys, as a team, you saved me because you inspired me with your hard work to get my butt in and do the 2 hours worth of biking, an hour and a half with elliptical. Those elliptical clocks move slower than slow. It's like, what? I just looked and it was, I'm only 30 seconds. So they did that. So I actually met my goal that I ran and was surprised how easy it felt. And I finished 4th in the 60 and over category, so in the Twin Cities Marathon. So, except I was leading at the 21-mile mark, and I kind of had some cramps that slowed me down a little bit. So a couple of the old guys beat me, but
Congratulations.
Thank
Good luck.
you.